While it may have flown by faster than usual, January was still a gut-wrenching month. Here are some of the trends and stories that made the news on social media in January 2020. US and Iran tensions and rumors of World War III. 2020 began on a bit of a terrifying note when out of nowhere World War III started trending on Twitter. The reason behind it was that General Qasem Soleimani, the head of Iran's Revolutionary Guard, was killed in a US drone strike at Baghdad International Airport on Friday, January 3rd. Hailed as a hero in Iran, the slain general was considered brave, charismatic, and beloved by his troops, but a top threat to America. The Pentagon said Soleimani and his troops were responsible for the deaths of hundreds of American and coalition service members. The Defense Department also said they believed he was actively developing plans to attack Americans in Iraq and the region. Talk of a looming world war began because of the gravity of his killing and the implications that would follow. Iranian leaders and military forces vowed to retaliate, and American death chants were yelled throughout the country as it became increasingly unsafe for foreign nationals who started evacuating the country and the region. In subsequent days, Iran launched missile strikes on US bases in Iraq, and in a separate unfortunate event on January 8th, a Ukrainian commercial airliner was shot down by Iran after being mistaken for a US threat, killing all on board. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepped back from their roles as senior members of the royal family. In their first public move of 2020, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced that they will be stepping back from their roles as senior members of the royal family and will work to become financially independent in the UK and in North America. The move came after many months of public scrutiny and bullying by the British press of the couple, who on different occasions expressed their displeasure about things being written about them and the invasion of their privacy. It's the belief that many members of the British public never really liked or accepted Meghan Markle, largely because she's a foreigner, and many believe her being half black also played a role. Harry, on his part, has always preferred a more private life, especially after seeing how the tabloids depicted his late mother, Princess Diana, and hounded her even till her final moments. After their announcement and plans already being in motion, seeing as Meghan was already in Canada, Prince Harry met with Her Majesty the Queen and other senior members of the royal family about Harry and Meghan's decision, and ultimately the Queen granted their wish for a more private life, allowing them to move part-time to Canada while remaining firmly in the House of Windsor. Following their first face-to-face meeting since Harry revealed their intentions, the Queen said in a statement that the summit of senior royals that Monday was constructive and that it had been agreed that there will be a period of transition in which the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will spend time in Canada and the UK. And on Monday the 20th of January, after taking a commercial British Airways flight, Prince Harry joined his wife and 8-month-old son Archie in Vancouver, Canada, to begin their hopefully more peaceful new life. On Saturday the 18th, Buckingham Palace said Harry and Meghan will step back completely from the royal family starting in spring of this year, but will remain known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but without public funding. Record-breaking bushfires in Australia. In the first week of January, Australia made the news for the worst bushfire it was experiencing in recent history. The country had been experiencing its regular bushfire season, but this season was exceptional because of record-breaking temperatures and months of severe drought. Australia has been battling this season's wildfires since September 2019, but this one has been worse than normal, with a drier climate causing the fires to reach devastating levels this January. It's reported that since the fires began in September, over 28 people have lost their lives, over 2,000 homes have been destroyed, over 250 million acres of land have been burned, and over 1 billion animals have been killed. The fires caused hazardous conditions and air quality across other parts of Australia, and smoke from the fires got as far as South America, darkening clouds over Argentina. 2019 was Australia's hottest and driest year on record, and scientists are blaming rising emissions and global warming, which is causing forests to burn longer and hotter under drier conditions. Sugar Rush leaves cinemas after only 2 weeks. In January, the Nollywood rave of the moment, Sugar Rush, disappeared from cinemas after just 2 weeks. It was released on Christmas Day 2019, and by January 10th, it was no longer available in cinemas. This sparked outrage amongst the film's producers and cinema-going audiences alike, as many were yet to see the movie. The movement and hashtag Bring Back Sugar Rush gained momentum on social media, and eventually the National Film and Video Censors Board released a statement through the executive director on January 11th as to why the film was taken out of cinemas. The executive director said the film had been granted temporary approval, but he was yet to grant its permanent approval because of a backlog he was yet to clear. However, a contrary theory that many had was that the federal government didn't approve of how the anti-corruption body, the EFCC, was portrayed in the movie, and that it wasn't in support of the storyline, which was somewhat based on financial impropriety. Anyway, to the delight of many, the Jade Oshiberi produced box office hit returned to cinemas a week later on January 17th. Beyoncé launches Ivy Park collection. Beyoncé announced the launch of her apparel line in partnership with Adidas, Ivy Park, in a big way when she sent huge boxes of clothes to her superstar friends in a brilliant marketing move, as most of them shared their unboxing videos on social media. Some of the lucky stars who got the special orange boxes from Queen Bee were Ellen DeGeneres, Reese Witherspoon, Zendaya, Missy Elliott, Janelle Monáe, Michelle Williams, Kelly Rowland, Cardi B, Yara Shahadi, and Diplo, just to name a few. Last April, Adidas announced its multi-year partnership deal with Beyoncé, and the move made her the first black woman to be the sole owner of an athletics leisure brand. It's reported that the day the new collection launched, everything sold out except some socks, and by the time the weekend was over, everything was gone. All hail Queen Bee and her genius marketing team. Dolly Parton and the first Instagram challenge of 2020. On January 21st, 74-year-old country legend Dolly Parton posted a picture that would start the first viral challenge on social media in 2020. She posted a 4-picture collage and tagged each one based on the vibe of the picture as LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Tinder, and gave it the caption, "Get you a woman who can do it all." Users of social media, especially Instagram, took to the challenge instantly and rolled out their versions of the Dolly Parton challenge, aka the social challenge. In Nigeria, stars that creatively took part in the challenge were Toke Makinwa, Bolanle Olukani, Inidima Okoje, Osaz Igodaro, Lynx, Ike from Big Brother Naija, and Toby Bakary. While overseas, we saw some hilarious and creative versions from Mark Ruffalo, James Corden, Janet Jackson, Martha Stewart, Terry Crews, Chelsea Handler, and what's the social media challenge without Ellen DeGeneres taking part in it? America bans pregnant women from visiting the country. On Tuesday, January 23rd, the Trump administration empowered visa officers to block pregnant women from visiting America to give birth. The State Department said the birth tourism industry is rife with criminal activity, including international criminal schemes. President Trump has also criticized the constitutional provision that grants citizenship to most babies born in the US. This latest move is very likely part of the Trump administration's policy on immigration and tightening its borders. The administration also believes foreigners exploit the American medical system, which is funded and developed by taxpayers' money. This news didn't go down well with Nigerians, as many well-to-do Nigerians and Africans, if I may add, have been going to America for years for the purpose of giving birth safely and giving their children a chance at a better life in America, a practice now known as birth tourism. Kobe Bryant, daughter Gianna, and others involved in fatal helicopter crash. Tragedy struck on Sunday, January 26th, when a helicopter carrying basketball star Kobe Bryant and a few other passengers crashed in the hills in Calabasas on Sunday, killing all on board. Reports say the crash occurred under foggy and cloudy conditions, with low visibility being a likely factor. Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, a baseball coach, some young athletes, and their mothers were all aboard the helicopter en route to a kids' basketball game when the accident occurred. Tributes to Bryant and the dearly departed have poured in from all over the world, especially from the sports and entertainment industries, as well as from the Grammy Awards, which held that evening under a very somber mood. The retired basketball legend won 2 Olympic gold medals, an Oscar, and 5 NBA championships during his 20-year career with the LA Lakers. He inspired millions from all walks of life, and thoughts and prayers go out to his wife Vanessa, his 3 daughters, and all the loved ones of the dearly departed. Nigerians were greeted with sad news on Monday, January 27th, when we heard that Burna Boy didn't win the Grammy for Best World Music Album. The Grammy Award would have been the first for Burna Boy and for a Nigerian artist for original work. In recent years, Burna Boy has had the kind of success that many would dream of, with a hit album, hit songs, amazing collaborations and features, sold-out shows, and appearances on some of the biggest American late-night talk shows, and let's not forget Coachella. The Grammy Award would have sealed Burna as Nigeria's most successful crossover artist and mainstream musician of the Afrobeats era. Anyway, as the saying goes, we move. You're still our African giant, Burna Boy, no matter what award is sitting on your shelf. The 2020 Grammy Awards. The 62nd Grammy Awards held on Sunday, January 26th and was hosted by Alicia Keys, and there were a few surprises and firsts this year. As stated earlier, Angelique Kidjo won the Best World Music Album, beating Nigerian favorite Burna Boy. Lizzo, who had 8 nominations, took home 3 awards, including one for Best Pop Vocal Performance for her song Truth Hurts. 18-year-old Billie Eilish won 5 awards, 4 of which were the biggest of the night, being Best New Artist, Record of the Year, Album of the Year, and Song of the Year. She also won Best Pop Vocal Album, and at 18, she's now the youngest person to have won the prestigious Album of the Year. The late Nipsey Hussle won the award for Best Rap Performance for his song Racks in the Middle, and hip-hop sensation Lil Nas X won awards for Best Pop Duo or Group Performance and Best Music Video for Old Town Road with Billy Ray Cyrus. Former First Lady Michelle Obama won a Grammy as well for Best Spoken Word Album for the audiobook of Becoming.